If you're between 21 and 25, do not buy an electric vehicle until you've watched this video. Everyone talks about the one obvious shortfall of electric vehicles: range. That is the distance you travel on a full charge. In some high-end EVs, this can go up to 200 miles. But despite what people think, range isn't actually the biggest problem, at least not in Europe. The real downside, especially if you're a young man in your 20s or early 30s, is this: an electric vehicle kills your spontaneity. You don't realize it at first, but the moment you own one, you will slowly stop being you. You will start living like a well-planned, overly cautious, slightly boring man in his 50s. Because driving an EV forces you to plan every damn move the night before. Let me explain. If your workplace is 30 miles away and you've only got 35 miles of charge in the morning, your day is locked in. No random decisions, no detours. You can't suddenly say yes when your colleague suggests, "Let's drive from Oxford to London after work and hang out." Nope, that's not happening. You will just stare at your dashboard, do the maths, and decline like a responsible old man. You lose that freedom to say, "Screw it, let's go." Even simple things get affected. If your local Tesco is 2 miles away and you nip out with just 5 miles of charge to quickly grab something, and then you don't find it there, you can't just say, "Let me drive 2 miles more to the Sainsbury to check." Nope, you're going home empty-handed. That trip will strand you on the way back. Here is the best one yet, just listen. Let's say you leave your house with 20 miles of charge to visit that new flame who lives 9 miles away. You are vibing, you are smiling, you are halfway there. Then suddenly at mile 4, disaster strikes. Your stomach does that diarrhea of doom. Now you've got only 2 choices: turn back, cancel the entire night, and ghost her. Or show up at her house and ask a girl you barely know if you can use her toilet. Absolutely not. Either way, the night is ruined. You may ask, then what's the solution? Well, there's a solution that is not really a solution. The only way to avoid all of these is by using a superfast charger. Something that can give you a full charge in about 30 minutes. But that brings us to the second downfall of electric vehicles: cost. Not the cost of buying the car, the cost of keeping it running, especially if you rely on public chargers. Let's break it down. How much does it cost to charge for 100 miles? Superfast public chargers have a speed of like 100 miles of range in 20 or 30 minutes. This costs 60 pence and up to £1 per kilowatt hour. Most EVs need about 30 kilowatt hour to drive 100 miles. That will give you a total of £18 or £30 for 100 miles. That is as expensive or more expensive than petrol. Let's compare this with petrol. A decent petrol car doing 45 miles per gallon needs about 2.2 gallons for 100 miles. Even at an inflated price of £6.50 per gallon, that is about £14 to £15. So when you use a rapid charger, you're basically paying the same or more than petrol without the speed and the flexibility. You can also decide to be more economical by using a public slow charger. This has a speed of about 6 to 10 miles per hour of charging and costs from 30 pence to 50 pence per kilowatt hour. That will give a total of £9 to £15 for 100 miles. But you will need to leave your car there for 5 to 10 hours. Not exactly a quick top up and go kind of energy. So if you're thinking you can drive an EV and still be outside like that, you're going to find out real quick that you are actually spending more than your friends with petrol cars. So yeah, you can still be outside with your EV thinking you are him, but it will be in the parking lot of a charging station while you're scrolling on your phone, sipping a flat latte and watching petrol cars drive past. Bottom line is, if you're young, social, unpredictable, and just like living a life that isn't ruled by battery percentages, hold off on buying an EV, at least not until infrastructure gets better or charging becomes as easy and accessible as petrol. Until then, drive something that lets you be you.